Hi there. Well, it is time for an empties video, and I do have quite a few things that I've collected here, so let me just go ahead and dive right in and get started. As always, I have my big empties bin here in front of me, and I'm just going to start pulling things out. So the first thing that I have here is a Nivea Cream Sensitive Body Wash. I bought this at my grocery store because it was on BOGO and I needed something for our shower. This was nice. I don't think there was anything too special about it, but it does have a nice soft fragrance to it. It wasn't drying. It was quite moisturizing. Nothing that I would probably put on my wish list for the future, but if it was on sale again and I needed something, it wouldn't be something I would be opposed to. So I'm just kind of sort of neutral about it, but it was nice enough. The next thing that I went through is a Philosophy Purity Made Simple face wash. I have already repurchased this. This is something I've been buying for years. I always buy this big size and it lasts me about a year because I just use it in the evenings as part of my makeup removal cleansing routine. I also went through another face wash. This is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. I have already repurchased this. However, I've made a change in my skincare routine. I'm now using a different morning facial cleanser. I do still really like this, but my skin's been really rebelling lately and I've had quite a few problems. So I decided it was time to go ahead and do something different. So my repurchase of this that I've been using, I've set that aside for now. So I think I'll probably use it again in the future when I need it. But for right now, I've moved on to something else. I also have a couple candles here that I went through. I do like to share with you what I've gone through because I tend to burn these candles seasonally in my house and I want to let you know if it's something that I would repurchase again. So let's see, I've got two here. Oh, actually they're the same. Okay, so I talked about this in a favorites video. This is Yankee Candle Autumn in the Park, and I've actually gone through two of these. I love this fragrance. It's probably one of my favorite Yankee Candle fragrances I've ever had. Something I hope that they bring back next year because I would absolutely repurchase it. I have rarely repurchased a candle again in the same season, like back to back, and I bought the smaller one to give it a try and then I went back for the larger one and we enjoyed every minute of it. So that is really unusual for me, but I would recommend this Autumn in the Park next year if you're looking for something, or if you don't really care about seasonal candles. This is a nice warm homey fragrance with an apple note to it. It's just fantastic. Alright, as always, I have quite a few packages of makeup removing wipes. These are my favorite ones from Trader Joe's. My mom sends them to me. I have friends that send them to me, and so it's just always really nice to have these, but I've gone through 3 packages of them. They do a good job. They're very soft. They do have quite a bit of fragrance if you're sensitive to that, so just something to be aware of, but I really enjoy them, and because I always do a double cleanse, the fragrance from the wipe doesn't stay with me anyway, so it's really not an issue, but these are really great. Do a nice job. I also have a package from Shiseido Facial Cottons. I finished off one of these. I didn't repurchase it this year because of the suggestion from Miss Crystal. That was in my favorites video last month, those CVS cotton squares. I think it was from the 360 Beauty brand. Those are a really nice substitute for the Shiseido ones. They're more easily available for me and they're at a really good price. So I love the Shiseido, but I just don't think there's a need for me to purchase them as long as I could get these cotton squares from CVS. So let's see. Got another cotton package here. This is from Whispers. I do like these as well. I use them a lot more for removing nail polish and things like that than I do eye makeup, but I do like these and I usually buy them at Sam's. They come in a box. I think, I'm sorry, my hair is kind of sticking to my lipstick here. I think there's 6 or 7 packages in a box and they're a really good value as well. I have some hair products here, some things I wasn't really wild about. In particular, this one. This is Herbal Essences Color Me Happy. I just like to have a few things in my hair washing rotation, just something to switch it around so that my hair doesn't get too used to anything. So I picked this up probably because it was on sale, but I didn't care for it. It was a little bit too, I don't know if greasy is the right word, but it made my hair, which is already kind of fine and thin and limp, it made it even more limp. So I had a nice fragrance to it and everything, but I would not purchase it again. I just didn't like the performance of my hair. And right now I need color too, so I'm already having troubles with that, and that certainly didn't help matters. All right, another couple of things that I have here, and this is one that I didn't even finish, so clearly I didn't like it, but this is the L'Oreal Color Vibrancy Nourishing Shampoo, and this is the conditioner. I have liked other variations of this line from L'Oreal. There was one that I think had a gold lid if I remember correctly, and I did like that. I don't remember what version that was, but this one I didn't care for. This was the Color Vibrancy. Just didn't work out very well for me, but I did finish the shampoo, so it was okay enough to finish. But I also went through, this is my slow release iron that I take every day, and I only mention this because if you are someone whose doctors recommended that you take iron, I really like this one from Walgreens. It was highly recommended when I was looking for an iron to buy, and because it's the slow release version, it doesn't upset my stomach whatsoever, even when I take it on an empty stomach. So certainly don't take my medical advice for anything, but if you have, or if you're required to take iron like I am, this might be something that you want to check into. I also finished off a Mario Badescu drying lotion. I've probably had 4 or 5 of these bottles. I've already repurchased my next one, but we always finish this off. It's a great way to get ahead of any blemishes that you have. If you can catch them early and put some of this on, they are usually mostly gone by the next day. Not completely, depending on how bad they are, but that stuff is amazing. Best acne treatment product I've ever had. Alright, I also finished off a Bliss Micro Magic. This is my microdermabrasion scrub. I've already repurchased this. I think this is, well, this would be my 3rd one. The one that I have, I think, is my 3rd or 4th tube, but I keep repurchasing this. It's my favorite exfoliating scrub. I really love this stuff. It's got a nice mintiness to it. It does a really good job, and I've just been so happy with it. It's a little pricey, so I buy it when I can get it on sale, but I love that product. Alright, I've got a couple of, well, actually I've got 3 mascaras here. So the first one is the IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes. I mentioned this in a top 5 life-changing beauty products video. This is a fantastic mascara, and it definitely competes with, let me set this down here, definitely competes with my, what was my all-time favorite, the Lancome Hypnose Drama. I think this is a little bit better, but I have quite a few Lancome Hypnose Drama samples that I'm working through, but these are really great. I love them both. I think this one's just a little bit better for me from the IT Cosmetics, but both great mascaras. And then I also have a Maybelline Full and Soft. This is the waterproof. I always keep one of these on hand as well. And I use these more days than I do the other ones. I try to not use this as often because I don't want to have to repurchase it often. But the Maybelline, I use this quite a bit, and I really like the dry light formula. I also finished off an Out the Door nail polish top coat. I've already repurchased this. I get this at Sally Beauty Supply. Dries your nails really, really quickly and gives it a nice finish that lasts for about 5 to 7 days without any wear or chipping or anything like that. So this is my favorite top coat. I also finished off a base coat. I've had this for a while. It lasted a long time. This is the Sephora Formula X base coat. This is nail strengthener. I really did like this. I'm not sure that I would repurchase it just because I think it's a little bit more expensive than is necessary for a base coat, but it was a really nice product. It dries and sank in really quickly, which I liked, and so then I could go ahead and apply color, and it didn't feel like it was overly tacky, which I liked. I also finished off, you can barely even make this out anymore. This is a Bite Beauty, the lip mask. The name, I'm not getting the name correctly right now, but this is the Bite Agave lip mask. I finished off every last bit of this. I really wore out this tube. I've already repurchased it with a Sephora sale. It's my favorite nighttime lip treatment. It seems to do a better job than anything else I've used, and I really like the fragrance of it. It doesn't bother me or anything, and it just really helps with my dry, cracked lips, especially this time of year. A few more things here. So something else that I buy over and over, I have no idea how many of these I've had, but this is the Con A eye drops. Sometimes I get the Equate version when that's available or when I'm at Walmart, but I really like these for my allergy eyes. I use these drops every single morning. I need them every day, and usually it's enough to last me throughout the day. Sometimes I'll put them in at night, but it's just something I have to buy over and over again. I also have a L'Oreal. This is the Liner Intense in Earth and Rock. This is an eyeliner that I use quite a bit. I've been trying something new from Makeup Forever, but this will probably be something I will always repurchase because I like the price of it and I like the look of it. It's a really good drugstore eyeliner, liquid liner that I like. And then finally, I went through an Anastasia Brow Wiz. I do love this. I don't have one right now because I'm using the brow pomade, which is my preference. But I do usually like to have a pencil option, and when I do repurchase one, I will go ahead and get another one of these to have on hand as well. I just don't have any use for it right away. So that's it. That is everything that's in my Empties bin. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.